Welcome back to Generation Unfiltered. If y'all would, y'all please click that thumbs up button and please repost the podcast. What's up there, Rosie?
Not too much. How are you today? Hello, everybody. Good to see everybody. Come on in, pull a chair up, sit down.
Ain't nobody over.
I never know.
I don't know where everybody's at. They're obviously somewhere else other than here. I don't know what's going on. I guess something must be breaking or something. I don't know. That's
There's
crazy.
Heather. Hey, Heather. Welcome in, Mom.
Oh, yeah, I gotta put the chat room back on. Hang on, Heather.
Got to do
I'm
the
coming.
chat room.
Damn it.
She's coming.
Okay. Chat away there, Heather.
There we go. Oh, it just takes a minute to alert everybody. It's kind of like a delay most of the time. But it's good to be here tonight. It's really good to be here. I'm so good to see you, even though I saw you yesterday. It's good to see you.
That's great
And
to see.
Bob has changed his name.
Oh, I did not change my name.
Well, it was a unanimous vote, kind of like we pretended to be Democrats for one evening, and we just decided to executive decision. He's Bossy Bob. Cheers. Bossy Bob, I'll do it for you, Peach. I
Yeah.
love it when she goes, cheers.
That's just funny. I don't get.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes.
Sorry. So Miss Peach will not be with us tonight. I guess she must have sent out the alert that hey, I'm not here tonight with the crew. Yeah, that's why I don't know. I guess that's why no one's here over on Rumble. Yeah, we got 5 just watching. They're just watching.
Oh,
They
they'll be coming in. Trust me.
oh, well, I'm sure they are, but I have to give them hell. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it shows your show on Rumble. Heather says it says July 2nd instead of the 1st on it.
It is. Well,
Today is today 1st or 2nd?
today's.
Hang on.
Hang on. Let me
Today's
go.
the 1st. And you have the 2nd on it.
No, we're on the 1st.
Well, she says it on Rumble. It says July 2nd.
Nope. We're on the 1st right here.
Well, I don't know, Heather.
Well,
No,
no.
today is the 1st.
Yeah, today is the 1st. Now, it may be far as on, because Heather, you're on YouTube, right?
No, she's on YouTube right now, but she said on Rumble it said the 2nd.
No.
It shows July 2nd for Jenna. Okay, yeah, July 2nd for Jenna. That's what it is. It's a preemptive.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If you're on that one, then you're in the wrong one because we're not live on that one right now.
Right. Hey, Maddie, how are you?
What's up, Maddie? How you doing?
Her thing says Kimberly, but she loves to go by Maddie, so I call her Maddie. I say, hey, Maddie.
Hey, I like that name, Maddie. We got my youngest daughter's got a friend that's named Madison as well, and we call her Maddie. So yeah.
Your grandkids, you always get these little names, to call them, And then they asked me, "What do you want to be called, Granny?" Whatever. I said, "It's not my choice. It's what they come up with, that I prefer." So I'm Granny. Just Granny.
Exactly. And Miss Richie says hello, everyone.
Hi, Miss Richie. How are you?
That includes everybody on every chat room. Here we go.
Yes.
We're on all these. We're on all these platforms right here. Gil, check your Facebook to make sure that you're up.
Okay.
And because we're going to spend a little time because we're messing around with this stuff, folks.
Yeah, we're learning. Trust me. Yes, it's live.
Okay, good deal. Let me go here. See if I can find me. God bless America.
It's live. Let me check my YouTube. YouTube's kind of finicky to see. You just have to, you go to your page and it shows. Yeah, it says July 1st. I've got to change my picture. I've done almost 160 episodes on my podcast, and I got a picture that says number 105. So I've got to change that picture.
So, I mean, where do you go on YouTube? I mean, used to, I just go to
YouTube, you tap on go to your page, like you'll pull that up. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then tap on the top of your name, and the whole thing pops up, and then that episode right there, it's playing. It will pop up, and there's your chat and everything.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I got to do something different here
That's
because
what you do. It won't light up to let you know you're live. You have to go tap in. It's not like Facebook or anywhere else. It doesn't light up to tell you. It will
okay.
say right here in the corner live, in the very corner, it will say it. But that's it.
Yeah, but I'm on my laptop. I can't have my phone in here because I get discombobulated.
I'm not sure what it does on laptop. I'd say it'd be the same thing. You just kind of follow those steps, and there it would be.
Let's see.
I think.
Okay. All right. So let me see. There we go. Yeah, I figured it out. God bless America.
It's a little. It's a work in progress. I mean, to learn all this stuff.
Yeah, I just don't like using YouTube. I don't. But hey, here we are.
Welcome. There's people over there that want to see us too.
Well, yeah, no doubt about that one. But I mean, what's up, Dan?
I'm gonna put it on my Snapchat. I'm gonna fix it and put it on my Snapchat right now.
All right. So, as y'all know, the big beautiful bill passed today.
It did.
From the Senate. Now it's back to the Congress. All right. So, Gail, before you actually came back, as far as here,
yes,
we talked about it, about the AI. Okay, the AI.
Yes.
Okay. So, elaborate on what the people may not know or may know about what we were discussing during that time.
Short version, don't know verbatim, word for word. Pretty much, it was a clause in the big beautiful bill that would say that all 50 states could not challenge or have anything to argue with AI. It would have been created, and the way it is more advanced it gets, and it actually said all 50 states could not rebuttal it or argue with it. Well, my understanding is they removed that from the bill. That's
they did. They did, and the thing about it is they didn't want it able to be rebuttal for 10 years. Then they came down to 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, yesterday they said, well, you can't do it for 5 years.
Well, AI is something that's so unknown. We don't know anything about it. I mean, we're just barely even scratching the surface of this at this point. Even the smartest people in the world are screaming. Even Elon even said, this needs to be controlled. This needs to be monitored. This needs to be watched, because we're in no man's land. You know, we're messing with something that's really out of our league, truthfully.
Okay.
I think.
But you have a man that's putting chips in people's hands.
That's where
not him personally. Okay. He's not doing it. They're just making it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand if you use it for good, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But this AI stuff, I mean, I sent a picture to Peach the other day of my grandson.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually think that and I'll send it to you, but now you're going to know the secret. It was AI, and it really looks like him standing in front of them buildings. I mean,
yeah, AI is very dangerous. I mean, you don't know. That's why you have to be very cautious as to what you do report on, what you believe, because now you can't even believe what you see. It's so good. That's why the movie stars, Hollywood, had their big issue a few years back, if you remember, their big protest, because AI was coming in and taking over and could use them, and there was no clause that prevented it from happening. They didn't even need the movie star anymore. Actual movie star. Yeah, deep fake. Absolutely.
So, folks, I just want to tell y'all right here, right now. We told y'all so.
Yep. And some people are saying it's like the Terminator, it's going to sprout up and start controlling like Skynet did. But Elon is our Skynet.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I'm working off that Skynet right now.
Yeah. It's what is it called? What is it called?
It's
Starlink.
Starlink, yeah.
Starlink.
But
okay.
We told y'all so. I told you so. You just need to listen to the words of the politicians, okay? You need to listen to the people. And folks, this is going to be the first time and only time that I've ever agreed with Chuck Schumer, okay? Just telling y'all. And then we got a video after that one because I'm proving my point about something, okay?
Prove it.
Hey, Chucky, what you got to say? Yeah. Chucky, mute up, please.
No, this is just the beginning. If Doge attacks USAID today, then you can be sure they'll move on to another target tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the Postal Service or the IRS or even the Social Security Administration. They could be next. Or maybe our National Security Agency. No, this is just...
Well, I don't care if they abolish the IRS. That's not going to hurt me at all. Go for it.
Well, I kind of like it because, like I said, I agree with him because he's proven our point. He has proven our point. And the Republicans, they need to run with this, okay?
Yeah, they just gave him an open door at this moment.
Chuck Schumer, he even agrees with us that Doge needs to go in there and abolish or find out what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, where all the fraud is. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing they're pissed about at the time is what's been going on. That's what it is. Everything, their money is stopping. Their family members aren't going to get paid anymore. And whoever else they're paying.
Well, they're still going to get paid pretty much because if they're getting paid by Big Pharma.
That, of course. Yeah.
All right. So, folks.
Warm up.
Got to stretch for this one. It's just like a big old stretch after you have it. You know what I'm saying? You get it and you just got to stretch out for it. Yes. All right. So, I told y'all these tariffs work. The tariffs work. They work. Now, is it working to eliminate the debt or is the deficit? It's a start. And I said this a while back on the podcast. When you got to keep in mind, Trump's been in office for 6 months now. Okay.
Yeah.
Now he's starting his 7th month. And I said during that podcast, if they do this every month for 4 years, okay. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
But I love that they hit the ground running. I mean, day one. Day freaking one. But he's had 4 years to think about what the freak he was going to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't wait till I get in there. When I get in there, I'm going to do this.
And the thing about the tariffs is, it's called trade. Okay. If I want to send something over there, they're taxing the crap out of me with tariffs. Okay. Tariffs is a tax. Okay. That's what it is. And so if you want to trade with the United States, well, by God, we're not a free trade country anymore. Okay.
Exactly.
That's the thing about the stock market. These people that speak of stuff, they don't tell you that. Because the reason they don't tell you that is because it's money out of their pocket because they have all their stuff over in other countries. They're trying to send it back over here because the United States used to be free trade.
Right.
No more. Well, let's listen to this little sweetheart right here, because I tell you right now, I ain't gonna say what she looks like, but yeah, okay. What you got to say, sweetie? Oh, come on, tell us. Please tell us. I know you're gonna tell us.
Look how much we've been collecting in revenues. And I did this in part because Wilfred's here and he can talk about the UK trade deal, but just this is the monthly numbers. And they have gone up a lot. June is actually set for another big increase of 27 billion. That is money coming into US coffers from tariffs. We are collecting
121 billion.
We're collecting a lot. I mean, even CNN they actually came on and was talking about the gas prices, that they were really low. And I know they got choked up when they had to talk about all this. So the numbers are coming out, and the truth is being seen that if he hadn't done this with the tariffs, oh God, it would have just added. But it takes time, like Bob said, that it's a stepping stone in the right direction. Nothing happens overnight, but over a period of time, we're going to see growth. We're going to see jobs. People here, we're going to have companies here in America where when we order something, it comes from within and we're not paying. I mean, I can find something and want to buy it, and it be okay, it's only $10. You buy it $10, your shipping is more than what the product cost.
Yeah, I mean, that's correct. Hey, what's up, Greg from Ohio? I'm surprised you in here this early.
Well, hi, Greg. It was.
But yeah,
Grant.
the dollar value will decrease as I don't know what the America manufacturing ramps back up. America.
Right.
America. So,
America.
yeah, I mean,
it's a good thing.
It's definitely a good thing, because that way you can try to switch it back to the go back standard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we need to be at, because, we all know about Nixon. I don't have to go there anymore.
Well, Rand Paul wants to have the Fort Knox, where all of our gold is. He wants somebody to be able to go in there and make sure that our gold is even there.
Well, Trump and Eli, they said that they was going to go there. And what? Okay, so I woke up this morning.
You did good.
I did. I'm here. I woke up and.
I'm glad.
So why is Elon and Trump having a dispute?
Because he is doing away with the EV part that was.
Elon already knew about that. Elon talked about that on the
something about the big beautiful bill, and Elon's even been threatening Republicans and Democrats alike, if they vote for this, he will make sure pretty much he makes their life hell. I mean, why is he so against it?
Because they're not doing any cutting from U.S. aid. They ain't done nothing. Congress is, Congress hosts the purse, okay? And Congress has all their hands in all of this stuff. Just like whenever I text you in Peach today, right. I told you, hey, they took the deal about the AI stuff out. Right. And what do you automatically text back? You texted back. Well, until they take away that bill out of paying these $1.4 billion out of Medicaid, until they take that out, I'm ad-libbing here. I ain't happy. None of us is happy, with that.
Well, I thought earlier I saw something where it said that it was breaking news that USAID has officially ceased all operations. The agency is no longer giving out any money. This is from Mark Rubio. This is a massive blow to the major fraud that was USAID giving endless taxpayer dollars to NGOs. That was just a little bit ago.
Okay, well,
that's where they're screaming, well, if you do this in 5 years, 14 million people are going to be dead, is what, because they're not funding this.
Well, the NGOs are who fund the politicians. Okay.
Exactly.
You know, and
Yeah.
with the politicians that are funded by the NGOs, they're the ones who want to keep the Medicaid for the illegals. Okay. And that's the part we want the NGOs, we want them taken out,
Yeah.
prosecuted. We want the 1.4 million that's on Medicaid, far as the illegals that's
Out.
here illegally off of Medicaid because they obviously have someone else's Social Security number because they're stealing from them. Because hey, guess what? If you ask anybody that's on Social Security that's a legal citizen, far as a natural born citizen here in
Yep.
the United States, they'll sit there and tell you, well, my money's going down. I'm not getting paid as much as I was back in the day, per se. That's how we say it here in the South. And well, it's because it's going to the illegals who are illegal who are here.
Oh yeah, and there's many times I know a woman who has a son. She went to file her taxes. They contacted her and her husband and said, "You need to show proof that this is even your son because we have his Social Security number connected to another child."
Yep.
Now this is going on a lot. I think I did a report 3.5 years ago. Whenever we knew that the Social Security numbers and everything were being given out when they came across the border, everybody's like, no, it's bullshit. No, that's what's been going on. And it is connected to these NGOs. It's connected to Act Blue. It's connected to all of these companies that they're able to launder the money and filter it through.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing. I mean, it's just, this is a big money laundering scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess who are the money handlers, holders, or givers? That's us with the taxpayers.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And that's what got me all night last night. It bugged the shit out of me with them knowing that illegals are on Medicaid. And then you got these other senators and congressmen coming out and these news stations. You cannot be on Medicaid if you're illegal. You cannot get health insurance. You cannot get benefits. You know that they're illegal and you know they're lying and you know they're on it. So shut the hell up.
Well, maybe just like last time when we played that video of Amy, the senator from Minnesota, Amy
Mhm.
Klobuchar. She didn't mention anything about one American citizen.
That was a
Zero.
good catch. That was a good catch, Bob.
She
That
damn
really
right it was, you know, and she didn't do it. But that's how the Democratic Party folks is actually crashing because this is how they get their money, and they send it to Act Blue, Black Lives Matter, or whatever the case may be, and they put it back into these people's campaigns. Okay, all these Black Lives Matter leaders are, well, some of them's getting busted per se,
Mhm.
you know, for RICO actions.
Could be, Christine.
Yeah, I mean, but nothing's happening, right? Nothing's happening at all.
I believe a lot's going on behind closed doors that we have no idea about, and it's already happened at certain moments when it's reported. You know, I believe truthfully that they're not going to tell you everything. They're not going to be able to do that, or they can't do their job.
Yeah, and I'm with that, Miss Ritchie. I hope the U.S. What was it you said? Maybe U.S. Corporation is going to bankrupt. Question. Good deal. I hope it does. I hope it does.
I agree.
Let's go back to the go back standard. Let's do that. All right.
Well,
So
Texas is already. You saw what he did yesterday.
he showed in. You can go ahead and tell the folks.
Yeah. He has actually said that they're going back to where you can actually use gold and silver for currency to buy things in Texas. Sure
And that's a big plus because, you know, when you got gold, you know, I don't know what it's at right now. I know it's close to 35 $100 an ounce. You know?
Wow.
And I've
Just
got
wouldn't
some
believe
gold. I've got some silver. But I'm going to stay right here where I'm at, and I'm going to save whatever I can save.
I have my Trump silver coin. That's what I've got.
So what you got? What do you
I
have?
need to. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Mandani. I can never say his name. Zohan Mandani. This was a great video that I come across. I don't remember this guy's name, but he does great reporting. He breaks it down, and let's just watch.
Continue to elect more socialists, and we have to ensure that we are unapologetic about our socialism. There are also other issues that we firmly believe in, whether it's BDS, right, or whether it's the end goal of seizing the means of production, where we do.
He quite literally just stated one of their end goals is seizing the means of production. What this means is taking, for example, factories, land, and businesses from the current private owners. Taking the things these private owners have grown or built and giving control of these assets to the people or the state. This here is like a core part of Marxist theory, and one of the goals is to dismantle capitalism. So when he's asked a question like this and you see his answer, it kind of starts to explain things.
Do you like capitalism?
No, I have many critiques of capitalism. And
He's also said he doesn't think we should have billionaires. So he doesn't like capitalism. Out of his own mouth, the end goal is seizing the means of production. And he doesn't think billionaires should exist. And he's running for mayor of New York City, which is one of the financial capitals of the world. Do not let the nice, calmly stated words fool you. They need a Trojan horse to make it more palatable so people will allow them in and allow them to get power. They will likely then keep expanding that power as long as this country allows them to, until they can start doing things such as seizing the means of production. Again, he stated that's the end goal. So yeah, New York City definitely should not elect this guy.
You shouldn't. Not at all. If you guys you need to pay attention, this is really bad, you guys. Trump's even got issues with them as well. You know, he's a socialist. He wants everything to be taken away, everything free. Have you ever seen a government-run grocery store? If you haven't, go look it up. You are waiting in line, and it's empty shelves. It's a horrible situation. They want to make it a third world country in the end, is what it will be. And you can only imagine what that's like.
You know, would you say that New York, wow, especially New York City. You know, I mean, we talked about that last night backstage, and I mean, I've been there, done that, and they're different folks because you got a bunch of immigrants, okay, as far as illegals, and they stay on those subways because that's where they live at. Luckily, I didn't see anybody taking a dump, anything like that. But I mean, my God, I mean, I can only imagine if government owned grocery stores. Hey, New York, let me tell you something. New York City, I should say, right now, because he's going to get elected. He will get elected.
You really think he will?
I do. You're going to see those shelves go empty. And the federal government, it will not help them whatsoever, because Trump's going to show you what socialism is all about. Okay?
Yep. He is.
So you better take heed of it.
We actually have a video of Trump being asked that question today. I got it.
Okay. We'll go ahead and play it.
All right.
May well be led by a communist soon, Zohan Mandani, who in his nomination speech said he will defy ICE and will not allow ICE to arrest criminal aliens in New York City. Your message to communist Zorhan Mandami.
Well, then we'll have to arrest him. Look, we don't need a communist in this country, but if we have one, I'm going to be watching over him very carefully on behalf of the nation. We send him money. We send him all the things that he needs to run a government. And by the way, they get about 3 times what you get, Ron. If you look at the per capita, Florida gets 1/3 of what New York gets in terms of the numbers. Why don't you give us those numbers?
Yeah, well,
because that's what we should send him.
Yeah, well, like sometimes people say Florida gets more because they count Social Security recipients, but that's not money to the state. Those are seniors that live here. If they moved to North Carolina, you could count it there. So it has no interaction with the state government. They get more in the city and state governments than we get.
Right, substantially. We're going to be watching that very carefully, and a lot of people are saying he's here illegally. He's, we're going to look at everything, and ideally. He's going to turn out to be much less than a communist. But right now, he's a communist. That's not a socialist.
Bad news. When you got Trump, and people listen to Trump. They truly do. They listen to what he says. Most of the time, his percentage, if he says, okay, vote for this person or let's do this. Most of the time, they do listen because promises made, promises kept. And he's showing it firsthand.
Yeah, I mean, he's not backing down.
And this is what we've needed. This is what we've needed.
No, be as we just said that. Okay. I hate to go here, but
we'll go there. Let's go there.
Hey, what you got to tell us? Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to look at the strongly approved numbers. So this isn't just Republicans who like Donald Trump. This is Republicans who love Donald Trump, and he's up like a rocket. Look at this. In July 2017, the strongly approved was 53%. That's pretty good. But look at where he is now. 63% of Republicans strongly approve of the job that Donald Trump is doing about 5 months into his presidency. Republicans love Donald Trump the way that Americans love Disney World. The bottom line is 63%. That is a huge, huge base. And of course, it's just part of a Republican base in which about 90% of them overall approve of him, including the somewhat approves as well.
I mean, every politician would like this number here, especially to see it go up. How about compared to other presidents who were Republicans?
Yeah, it's history making. It's history making. What are we talking about here? So why don't we look back? We have all the presidents, Republican presidents, going back over the last 35, 36, 37 years. What are we talking about? GOP, who strongly approved 5 months in. Look at this. George H.W. Bush, Bush 41, 46%. Bush 43, 59. You see Trump, the first term, 53. But look at this, 63%. He beats all the other Republicans on the board here. And I was looking even back since Reagan. And get this, Donald Trump beats Ronald Reagan when it comes to the strongly approved 5 months. And of course, Reagan was coming off that high after the assassination attempt. So the bottom line is Donald Trump is making history with the Republican base. He is more beloved by this Republican base than any Republican base loved any GOP president 5 months in. It is history making.
It is a striking number. Tillis stepping aside after President Trump threatened to primary him. The question is, how effective is Trump's endorsement? We know it can hurt, but how effective is it?
Yeah, okay. So, the bottom line is, if you're a Republican lawmaker, you see this 63%, you say, my goodness gracious, you do not want to go against Donald Trump because the Republican base is with Donald Trump. And it's not just the polling. We actually have the data to show that the Republican base is with Donald Trump. The times Trump endorsees won the GOP primary for governor and congressional races. Look at this. 2024, 96%. 2022, 95%. 2020, 98%. The bottom line is this. 95% plus of the time the Trump endorsed candidate wins in GOP primaries. And even in the cases where Donald Trump endorses a challenger to an incumbent, the majority of the time.
There you have it, folks. I didn't see those numbers. It puts it in major perspective when you see 2020, 22, and 24. When he speaks, people listen. It's not an idol. It's not a god. It's not a cult. He's a smart man. He's a smart businessman. And
he's definitely a businessman, but he loves the American people.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, he loves America. He wants people to strive. He wants them to grow. What's wrong with that? But the Democratic Party and also our rhinos,
Yes.
they don't want that because
They
they
do
want to
not.
have their hands in the cookie jar. Well,
Yep.
the cookie jar is us, folks. You know, the thing about it is, back when Trump's first term, he passed or they passed the Trump tax cut. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's what they done. They passed that one, and then when Joey Biden was installed, was not elected. Okay, he was installed. Well, in 2026, that junker's gonna go away. You're gonna pay more in taxes. That's what the Democratic Party is all about. They're all about now. They're all about paying more taxes because they want to keep getting richer and richer and richer. And used to back in the day when it used to be the Republican Party, they didn't mess with Democrats. The Democrat Party, they used to sit there, hey, no, we're going to take care of y'all. We're not raising taxes. So now it's flip flopped. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They got a president in there saying, hey, we're not going to raise any taxes on anyone. We got to save taxes. We got to cut it down. I mean, what's wrong with that? People has got so used to listening to the mainstream media, and I've lived it, folks, with my parents. Okay, because I'm still a registered Democrat, so I can argue on both sides. I can literally do that, and I love it from time to time because from where I came from, even though back then my parents were Democrats and I was a Democrat, whatever case may be. If my parents were alive right now, they'd be like, Trump's man. This is what the Democratic Party used to be about.
Yeah.
This is exactly what the Democratic Party used to be. Protecting the people, and working for the people. Hey, Democrats, you're gone because you left it to the liberals, the far left liberals. You got your AOCs. You got your kebab. Omar. Should leave. I mean, really?
Oh man. Heather says, Bob, did you know that the libertarians that want to run are being told currently to register Republican in order to run and have a semi-successful campaign?
I would not doubt that. I would not.
I wouldn't either.
It's according to how I know how the libertarians are. I feel that I'm a little bit libertarian because I play both sides of the field. Okay, I do. Whatever I make, I want it to be mine because they hire me, so it should be mine. And I get it, folks. We've talked about this several times here on podcasts and stuff like that. But like I said, I can play both sides of the field. I can. And that's what I love about it because nobody can come back at me,
Right.
So
that's true. I mean, it's like taxes on your property, and like that video earlier with that man Donnie, like that video we saw last night. They think that you should pay them. They say it for the poor, but I don't care even if you are wealthy or middle class, whatever. If you worked for whatever it
Lord, there
is
she
you
goes.
bought, okay?
Am I fixing to go to? I went. Are you back?
Yeah, I could tell it was going. There's a storm coming.
Okay, all right. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, what do you do? I mean, you got so many people trying to infiltrate different parties. You know what I'm saying? If I was going to run, I would run as a Democrat.
You would.
Hang on. I would.
Okay.
I would definitely run as a Democrat and then give them a shock and awe at the end of it when I won.
Well, they're trying to get a Republican to run in the New York race.
Well, it ain't looking too good, you know. Even though Kathy Hochul, she's not nowhere close to close to them. Close to the 50% mark. Okay, you gotta have 50% to win, you know.
Right.
And they're not doing too good. But that's New York. That's the thing about it, folks. These people are evil, you know. And they want to control your livelihoods as far as in your states. I mean, you got a daggum communist that wants to be mayor of New York City. What do you think's going to happen if that communist, and he will win? I'm telling y'all, he's going to win. If he doesn't win, then
I don't think he will.
I'll eat crow, okay? Because I'm going to promise you, Trump's going to put up some money to run against him, okay? Elon Musk going to put up money. I think this is a deal, okay, between Trump and Elon. This is just me. Everybody's like, well, Elon, because Elon. You got to remember, Elon went back and said, I'm staying out of politics. I ain't going to do any more blah, 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 blah.
But he's in it. His post every day, you know?
Doesn't matter. That's just letting you know he's in it, but he's not in it because Trump's in office and he knows that, hey, he's doing very well with his businesses, even though guess what? The stock market is fluctuating the numbers and stuff.
But you notice they get in an argument.
That's fine. Let them. This is all for show.
That's what I'm saying. Every time they do this, then something like last time, they're taking their focus away to something, so something else is happening or fixing to happen, and then when that happens. They're showing up at parties. They're showing up at gatherings. They're talking. And then they're going back and forth. I don't know. I don't know.
Personally, I like it. You know what I'm
saying?
I
do too. It kind of keeps, I think they like it too. I think they're getting to where they actually like the attention that comes with it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
It's just funny. But let me see. Hang on, I got to play you this. You got another video right quick? Because I'm going to play this daggum nut job.
I do. Let's see. Where'd it go?
Can you lead into what you're going to be playing?
Well, it's something. It has to do with the big, beautiful bill. I should have played it earlier. But Pocahontas is crashing out.
She's crashing?
She's crashing out after the bill passed through the Senate. She's crying. She's really having a rough time with this. She's having a really rough time with it. I mean, she went to her car and had to talk about it.
Well, maybe she needs to go get a cold beer with her husband,
Maybe that's what she needs. But let's take a watch.
Leaving the Senate now. At the end of the vote, when the Republicans won, they cheered. They cheered over taking away health care from around 17 million people. They cheered over giving huge tax breaks to a handful of billionaires. They cheered over running up the national debt by another $3.5 trillion. This bill is bad. It's bad economically. It's bad morally. This bill is just wrong. But we stay in the fight. We stay in the fight. We stay in the fight. And we proved why we stay in the fight, because actually there are pieces of this bill that we got better. We got the tax on solar and wind knocked out, and that's going to help with clean energy. We got a few different pieces and made them better. So that's reason number one, is always the reminder. All of those calls mattered. Reason number two is it's still not over. The bill has now got to go back over to the House. And there are a lot of Republicans who are feeling really squeamish about this bill at this point. So that means we got to stay in the fight. And reason number three is, yeah, they may do this now, but come November 2026, they're going to have to face the voters. They're going to have to face the people, the families of the people whose health care they took away. And they're going to have to explain exactly what they just did just now on the floor of the United States Senate and whatever they do next. So this is hard, but damn, we stay in the fight. We stay in it, not because it's an easy fight, not because we're guaranteed to win every time. We stay in it because it's the right fight.
I get a kick out of her. I troll her butt on X. Every chance I get, I troll her butt. I'll get on there and she put something, she put a list of how many people are on Medicaid in every state. And I said, oh, is this how many illegals are on Medicaid? Thank you for the update. I don't know if I got blocked or not, but put that on there.
You know, but she was doing a good game. Okay, she was doing it. She was appeasing her audience with the good old propaganda. Okay, she was. We're gonna stay in this good fight. We're gonna stand together. Well, what she didn't tell her audience, the Green New Deal is out of the big new bill.
They say that they now have added $50 billion to hospitals because Alaska was upset because they felt like they were going to be left out. So during this time of them going back and forth negotiating and everything, they're tweaking the bill in one area, but then they're adding something in another area. And this $50 billion is supposed to help fund the hospitals more, and that's what she was wanting. She was wanting to have done. I don't know. You could read the bill now, but I don't even know if there's a copy of the amendments that they've done to it out or not. I'd like to read it. I'd like to see what they've added to it.
You have to pass it to see what's in it.
Well, we're not going to know until it's passed. Doesn't that suck? We should, be able to.
Hey, I hate to be a heartbreaker for you, but that's just the way that shit rose.
Well, it sucks.
And that's true. But I mean, but how she played it, I mean, really, hey, Pocahontas, I gotta call you Pocahontas.
That's why I labeled it. I said Pocahontas crashing out. Hell, even Trump calls her Pocahontas. Why did they call her that? I wasn't even into politics or anything.
Well, because she said she was Native American. And she
what?
Yeah. I got high cheekbones. I
have high cheekbones.
Yeah, but hang on. She got it from her mother, and her mother told her that they were Native Americans. Okay. So she went and done she was that stupid to go do a DNA test. Okay. And it came back 0.00000.5%.
Oh my God.
I mean, really, guys. I mean, people are taking this woman serious.
Wow.
Good job. Good job, Pocahontas. Freaking awesome job. You get an A+ on that one, But
I love trolling her. I do. I love
the Green New Deal is out of the big new beautiful bill.
It should have never been in there. It should have never even had one. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But they want to control your lives because they can make millions of dollars off of you in other countries. Gail, let me ask you this. I know I call you Rosie. I gotta be.
He calls me country, Rosie.
Yeah, I
Gail.
do. But why are these other countries not being taxed on the money that we send to other countries?
Because it's coming right back to the Democrats' pockets, and if they taxed it, they'd be taxing themselves.
Okay, all right, that's a good point. Good point.
And it would have a paper trail.
True that. But it's also called tariffs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I just made y'all lives a lot easier on the tariff deals. It's called the tariffs. It's called taxes.
Right.
Our money goes over there. They send stuff over here, and we tax them. Point blank.
Well,
And I do want to clarify one thing. I thought, what I said last night, I did want to clarify this.
Okay.
I got to clarify it because I got to clarify it.
okay.
When I said that there was 2 shooters in the Idaho deal, I went back and listened to it because they was talking about 2 shooters. Okay, I
Mhm.
went back and listened to it today. There was just only one shooter. Guess what that person was?
You talking about the actual shooter? He was
Yeah,
a 20-year-old.
It was trans.
Yeah, I've been doing some research on him because there's a loophole somewhere. There is something missing. I've seen videos and pictures of his biological father, and he hunted and all kinds of stuff. Then you've got the stepfather, and you've got the mother. Now, I've went back and looked. Okay, they're showing all these pictures of him being at the Oval Office. They're showing all these pictures of him having the MAGA hats and stuff on. If you enlarge those pictures, there's one picture to where he's got a green hat on underneath the MAGA hat.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll find it. I got it.
No, I mean that's good. We'll show it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll definitely show it tomorrow night because Jenna will. Yeah, we'll show it tomorrow night.
Yeah, I believe that it's all AI. I really do. I believe it's all set up. It's all AI. I believe that there was something more that's went on with this shooting. And truthfully, I don't believe it was that 20-year-old. That's my belief.
I don't know, but we're gonna listen to this one right here.
Oh Lord. Oh man.
I tell you what, you talking about a racist right here, boy. I tell you what.
Ooh, she bad.
Forget about him, but Ron DeSantis is still governor of Florida. He took the Comfy Couch hosts on a tour of the concentration camp that he's building in Florida in order to round up brown people, and throw them in a camp because he doesn't want them in Florida. Surprise, surprise, the economy of Florida is going to be severely harmed by rounding up brown people who, by the way, all over this country, Latinos are afraid to go to work. Anybody who is perceived or looks Latino is afraid to go to work. I know people who are not to forget about him, but Ron DeSantis.
Hey, Joey, aren't you brown?
That's bullshit.
Aren't you brown, Joey?
If you're Latino and you're here legally, you'll get your ass up and you'll go make that money. If you're Latino and you don't go to work and you're feared, it's because you're illegal. That's why. Or you have a crime that you've committed, and possibly because of naturalization. Trump had said yesterday that if you committed a crime, charged with a crime, you would be deported. It's that simple. You're not going to be afraid to go to work if you have nothing to hide, people.
Yeah, he did say that. He's going to leave it up to the owners of the property. As far as the landowners, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I didn't notice if you caught
What?
the eyelashes off of Joy.
I missed it. You got to play it again.
Well, no, I ain't gonna play it again. But this is what I seen.
What'd you say?
Well, this is what I seen.
Oh God. Was it like Jasmine Crockett?
Y'all, this is funny.
What'd you do? Oh no! I know that's
Oh my God.
no, you ain't.
Yeah, I am too.
Now let's start a gift bag and some more other stuff. It is a lot of traffic today, y'all. It feels good being the baddest bee. Here we are. So their gift bags.
That's all I can tell you.
I'm speechless. I mean, I put eyelashes on, okay, and I have a difficult time with the standard thinnest ones to make it look as natural as possible. How did she use Gorilla Glue or something on these things? Because it is hard.
That was actually Gorilla Grip. She had clamps on them jokers. I mean,
Some people pay to have them done professionally that thick too, and that's like thousands of dollars to have that done.
I swear to God. I mean, I don't. Eyebrows.
I can't believe you went there, Pop.
Well, I mean, I have to set it up the way I set it up. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Well,
I get
oh,
it.
I definitely went there, no doubt.
You did. You went there. She is the baddest bee. Yeah. Sometimes they do that for clout, though. You know.
Yeah, they do. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I anyway. So here's put on notice. Okay? Now we'll see whether or not anything happens. Probably not, but here's Trump and HHS Secretary Norm.
Alone, 68% increase as opposed to a massive cut. It's the biggest tax cut in the history of our country, and everybody gets it.
Mr. President and the Secretary, CNN yesterday put an app that lets you track where ICE agents are. Tom Homan was saying that perhaps CNN should be prosecuting that.
It's okay with me.
Yeah, we're working with the Department of Justice to see if we can prosecute them for that, because what they're doing is actively encouraging people to avoid law enforcement activities, operations, and we're going to actually go after them and prosecute them with the partnership of FAM if we can, because what they're doing, we believe, is illegal.
And they may be prosecuted also for having given false reports on the attack in Iran.
Yes.
They were given totally false reports.
He's still PO'd about the reports that they've done. CNN, you've just really been screwing up purposely. You have been misinformation out the wazoo. And then this new program that this individual, I watched his video last night, that he's come up with to alert, illegals. That's obstruction. Is plain as day. And then CNN is actually pushing this.
So, I mean, let's get it done. Pull up on us, okay? Let's go. Let's do it. So, anyway, all right, so I came across this video today. It's a TikTok video. This explains a lot. And, yeah, it does.
Good morning, guys and gals. So, I've been asking myself, why are Democrats so obsessed with the illegal immigrants and picking fruit? And then I saw this.
27, I've got full position there. 21, Roger.
Oh, not the tomatoes, dude.
Suspect. You have revenue. 721, I said 2 Adam 18. I'm in trouble on Wilshire. We're handling it.
$5 an hour, huh? Something tells me they're making a little something extra on the side.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy.
That's pretty ingenious.
And you know that they do it, right?
Yeah. That would make sense. Who's going to pick? They always talk in code. Always do. My gosh. They had everything there. Every single thing they needed. All those phones. Wow, that was a major find.
I just wonder if they let them go.
See, that's the problem we have. I mean, was that in the United States? You know, I don't know much about the video. Was that in another country? But they're speaking English on the radio, so
I don't know.
but that would be stopovers. You know, you'd have to do this. I always say there's a system in place. You know, from the border, you got the sanctuary cities, and then you got the people and the cartel and everybody in those cities that are spread out, funneling, laundering.
Right.
It's got to go. You got to get it from point A to point B somehow.
Exactly.
Heather says, yeah, they let them go because the CIA is in on it with the DEA. Oh, absolutely. I don't doubt that at all. Both of them are getting paid for that and have been. Oh, yeah. But see, Trump's bringing it to light, and he's stopping the flow of the money through USAID, those NGOs. Who needs 1 million NGOs?
Nobody.
Exactly. And they know that. That's why they're so pissed. See, Democrats are so mad. It's not because when have they cared about our deficit? When have they cared about the American people? They've had ample time to care about the American people this whole entire time. And they've never cared about Medicaid. They've always just said, oh, the Republicans want to defund Medicaid, this and that. And it's them. You know, the whole time it's them. It's just getting in the way of their money.
Exactly. All right, so that's it. That's all I got.
That's everything.
That's it.
Guys, I appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you.
Thank y'all very much for joining us. What? You look like you're about to say something.
Oh, me? No, I was waiting on you. I was just
Okay.
saying you guys protect yourselves and pray for our country, pray for our nation, pray for our president.
Exactly. And if y'all would, y'all click that thumbs up button and please repost the podcast. We'll be back again tomorrow night. We got a special guest, Jenna, joining us tomorrow night. And Pete said, well, I promise you I'll be there.
Well, I hope she feels better.
Yeah, I do.
I really do.
Hang on, I got to do something. 1 second. Hang on.
What are you going to do?
Okay. All right. So anyway, I got to get my cursor back over here. Anyway, protect yourself, protect your family, protect your property. Always be prepared. We'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Country Crazy out.